Erin Napier is making sure her husband Ben feels the love on his 40th birthday. On Sunday, the HGTV star shared a shirtless snap of her college sweetheart on Instagram, praising the reality star for his hard work following his shoulder injury. Lordy lordy, Big Ben is 40. He and my daddy both had milestone birthdays this week. I want to be like you, Ben, never looking back or feeling sad about our youth getting further away, but always feeling so grateful for right now. You've worked so hard this year to rehab your shoulder and transformed yourself in the process. The girls and I are so thankful for you. Here's to 50 more birthdays together. I love you. But the love didn't stop there. The hometown star also shared a photo of Ben and her father holding a cake that read "Happy Birthday, Phil and Ben" with the number 70 and 40 written on it. This isn't the first time Erin has praised Ben for his hard work following his injury. Back in July, she shared a video of him donning a blue shirt, beige pants, and a blazer, writing, "Ben got hardcore about his health and fitness last winter ahead of his big shoulder surgery that was in March, so he could sleep better on his back and lower his BP. Mission accomplished." Ben and Erin have been supporting each other through the ups and downs for years. In fact, their love story dates back to 2004, when Erin was tasked with writing a story about Ben for their college's newspaper. And as they previously told Access Hollywood's Scott Evans, it didn't take long until sparks flew.
And is this true that it was after 6 days that you knew Erin was the one and you told her?
Yeah, so we hung out that day to work on the story, and yeah, 6 days later.
6 days later, I said, I'm in love with you, and she said, I'm in love with you too, and I said, I'm gonna marry you one day. And here we are.
Yeah, and my parents
talking to Scott on Access Hollywood.
Access Hollywood has actually followed Erin and Ben's journey for years. We spoke with them right after they revealed they were expecting baby number 2 in 2021, and they revealed how their daughter reacted to finding out she was going to be a big sister.
Because I didn't feel pregnant at all. I just was allergic to my face wash suddenly, or I just had really sensitive skin. I don't know if it's like an allergy, but yeah, using the same face wash basically my whole life, and suddenly my skin was on fire, and that was super weird, which is a thing. It didn't happen with Helen, happened with the second baby. I don't know.
Isn't that crazy though?
It's really weird.
Bizarre.
Did you think anything beyond that? Like, was it? Yeah.
And then my friend, who's the esthetician, was like, "Are you pregnant?" And I was like, "No, I'm not." And that was that.
So this seems to happen then if the esthetician asked if you were pregnant. So you're not the only one, it seems.
It's apparently a thing.
It's a real thing, yeah. And so she called it, and then a week later, when I got home and took a test, and
then went to the doctor.
Then I called her, and it was like, "So you remember what you said?" Turns out, yeah.
So now when you had found out the news, obviously very special for you guys for baby number 2. Wasn't there a point where you didn't know if you'd actually be able to have another child?
Sort of.
It was just that
it was of mild concern, but it was mostly just a hesitancy to even try.
We would have never known that there was the problem until we had a kid, except for that Erin had surgery and they saw something. We're like, this might be a problem. But
then it ended up being no problem at all.
Yeah.
So I don't know. The doctors warned us it could be a problem, and then it wasn't. So
and it wasn't.
We were very lucky.
Yeah.
No, definitely lucky that it was only the face wash situation you were thinking. You're just allergic.
Yes.
How did you reveal the news when you found out? Like, Ben, how did you find out from Erin that this was happening?
I was with you when she took the test.
I was scared to look at the test. He looked at it and told me.
And
he said, "It says you're pregnant." And I was like, "Stop. That's not funny." And he was like, "I'm not joking. It says you're pregnant."
And then we told Helen that she was going to have a sibling, and she said, "It's a girl."
It's a girl.
And she said, because Mallory, who's on the show, had just had Lottie, and Helen said, like, Lottie? And we were like, well, yeah, maybe, but it might be a boy. We don't know. And she said, no, it's a girl.
It's a girl.
Oh, she already called it.
She knew instantly, yes. 100% certain.
Yeah, she just knows. Big sis knows these things. When she found out that she'd have this responsibility, and she's going to have the little girl as her little sister, what were her initial reactions besides saying it's a girl?
She was like, okay.
Well, no, when
she's 3. She wasn't even 3 yet. So
when we confirmed it, yeah, we kept saying like, you're going to be a big sister.
And she'd be like, when? And I'd say, well, it's going to be a while, next year.
This morning we had a doctor's appointment, and she said when we were leaving,
is the baby going to come home?
She said, are you bringing her home? We were like,
not today. I hope not today.
And but when it was confirmed that we were having a girl, we were in Wetumpka, and we would meet up for lunch every day at this hotel because our house was outside of town.
This was different. It was a blood test, not an ultrasound. So we were in Wetumpka when we got the phone call from the blood work. Yeah, they called
us. And we said, Helen, you were right. It's a girl. And she did this big dance, and, this very first she screamed, it's a girl. And then she did her dance, and it was very dramatic.
It was the most funny video we have ever made of Helen. It is the best.
Has she tried to give a name yet to you guys, or is she just calling her girl or sister? Does she have a name?
She says my baby sister all the time. We have a name. We're just keeping it close, but yeah. So she calls her by her name and says, "What's my sister doing?" And is my sister crying? She asked, "Mommy, does my sister cry a lot?" And I was like, "Well, not yet.
She will.
She will, though."
Since expanding their family, the pair have continued to keep fans updated on their adventures on Instagram, and back in January 2022, they even gave couples relationship advice when they stopped by Access Hollywood.
You just should always remember the people you were when you met. Like, what were you so crazy about? You never give up on that.
Married since 2008, the pair still finds time to keep their romance alive, even with 2 kids, 4-year-old Helen and May, who was just born in May. But the Napiers admit they're still figuring out how to balance parenthood and their successful TV shows.
Boy, it's busy. It just takes time and finding your footing and your rhythm, and I feel like we're getting there.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
With a new season of Hometown and Ben's Workshop airing now, their huge success is still surreal for the couple.
I can't believe that it's still going and getting stronger, and more people are knowing about Hometown than ever before.
And if you're thinking about renovating your home for the new year, Ben and Erin have some tips, including invest in your kitchen and always hire an electrician and a plumber.
There are ways around other things, but you cannot fix bad plumbing or bad electrical. Do not cut costs there.
And if you're looking to just spruce up your home, they say a good paint job makes a big difference.
Paint goes a long way, and that's something that anybody can do.